So Stephen, what's the move been like since Tuesday night? Because it was a good performance, but ultimately nothing at the end of it.
Yeah, I think like the last 3-4 performances have been very good. We're disappointed we didn't get anything out of it. Obviously we know there's a huge gulf between the teams in terms of finances and quality of players that they were able to attract. But on the pitch it didn't look like that. So that's a credit to the boys and a compliment to the boys. I was aggrieved with a penalty that we didn't get. It was quite blatant. And those small fine lines in football dictate winning and losing at this level, and unfortunately they've gone against us on Tuesday night.
The problem is that every time you don't get a point or 3 points, it's 3 less points to get, isn't it? And in the dangers, it puts pressure on the remaining games.
Yeah, look, there's going to be pressure no matter what. We need the same amount of points again that we've got now, and we'll stay up. Statistics and history tell us they're the points that we need to stay up. 48, 49 points should keep us up. And if we get that and go down, well, that's sort of what we've tried to get all season. So it won't be the norm. But we know we have to do what we've done already, and we believe we can do that. We believe we're in a better position at the moment as a squad with the players we've added, and hopefully maybe 1 or 2 more to come. And I believe that we can achieve that again, the amount of points and more, hopefully.
So you're confident maybe of 1 or 2 more faces before the weekend? Is that likely?
It's difficult. It's difficult to attract players. As I say, we don't pay particularly well, and it's difficult to attract players to Morecambe at this moment in time. We're trying our very best with it. We've had a lot of people turn us down, a lot of people that promised us they were coming and then didn't come. So, which is the same for every single manager. January's a tough window to work in, but we've still got targets. We're still speaking to people. We know we need another forward player to give us other options. On Tuesday night I look round and I really didn't have many choices. A lot of defenders and fullbacks that we had choices with, but we didn't have many choices going forward. Outside of Wes probably was our only forward option. So hopefully Courtney will be fit and maybe available for Saturday. John O'Bacon maybe the week after, and if we add one more, it gives us options. You need options at this level with COVID and how things change so quickly as well. So hopefully we can get that.
With Cole Stockton scoring 19 goals now, it does show that the lack of goals from other forward players, like you say.
Yeah, well, listen, he's in the position because he's playing in that position. He's done fantastically well for us, obviously. But people are creating chances for him. We're creating chances. He's not scoring them on his own. People are putting balls into the box, creating chances and build-up play as well. So a lot of credit has to be given to his teammates as well for that. But obviously Cole's a man that scores the goals at the moment, and long may that continue.
Previously you said there's been no interest in this window in Cole. Is that still the case?
Yeah, still the case. Absolutely nothing. Not a one phone call, not a one text message. Martin Foy's not a one phone call or text message or the board. So, it remains as it is. He's a Morecambe player, and until an offer is put in that meets what we believe, as I've said before, there comes a stage in negotiations where it's right to accept a bit because you lose the player. We can't pay the wages that Cole would get elsewhere, but we haven't had that. We haven't even had an inquiry about it, so we're miles away from that at this moment in time. But this is football; it changes very quickly.
That would be a nightmare, wouldn't it, losing Cole now?
Listen, we've sold Carlos before the season kicked off. We've sold Sam, who we haven't replaced. If the truth be told, you can't replace a player who goes on to 6 times his money. With what we have, you can't. It takes time to build people up and replace them. And if Cole goes, that'll be virtually impossible to replace with the amount of goals that he scored for us. But if he does, he does. We deal with it. We are a club that attracts players on the basis we give them a platform. And if you then don't sell players for the right money, then you don't attract any other players. So it goes round in circles. I've been here with Motherwell before, and you accept that when you take the job. It doesn't make it any easier, certainly not. But as we stand at the moment, there hasn't been an inquiry, never mind an offer, and as I say, long may that continue.
You must be pleased with the 2 new faces you've brought in already and already making an impact with Bordeaux and with Carson.
Yeah, definitely. They're boys that I know well. I tried to sign Jacob earlier in the season from Scunthorpe, and I've worked with Trevor for a long time. So when you add that kind of quality, it gives you an assurance at the back. Coming for crosses, distribution, and Jacob's pace and distribution as well. I think the both of them have been excellent, and it just shows when you add that little bit more quality, it only takes 2 or 3 faces to lift everybody in terms of performance, and hopefully we can start picking up the results to back them performances. And statistics that I keep getting told are getting better and better, but the statistic that matters is the end product and the result.
And you talked before about the continuity of selection, particularly at the back, and maybe you've got that now?
Well, I managed to pick the same back four for, I think it might have been the third time all season, you know, due to injuries and suspensions and loss of form. So hopefully we can get that, because that's vital. That's vitally important, to get that consistency playing with somebody that you know. And you know, we're after Christmas now and we haven't got that yet. So hopefully we can keep people fit and keep them playing well.
And Wycombe again on Saturday, another big challenge, another top side, hopefully another big crowd here.
Yeah, the crowd was great again. You know, it doesn't get any easier. I have to say, out of the teams we've played, Rotherham and Wycombe were our two biggest challenges. We were 2-0 up against Wycombe, so we've proved we can play against them. We can compete against them, but they're a tough side to play against. Different than Wigan, the balls will be in our box at every opportunity. They go a little bit more direct. They're very good at what they do, and when they land on the ball, they've got quality. You know, so it'll be a different fight. It'll be a different test for us, but we still have to try and play our football. You know, when we lost our way a little bit on Tuesday was we started going longer, and we've got nobody that is an aerial threat up front. You know, Cole and Jonah don't win headers. You know, they're better on the ground. So, you know, we have to play to our strengths, which is keep the ball on the ground and try and move it quickly, press them high up the pitch to stop balls going into our box. So yeah, it's going to be a big test for us. Hopefully a big crowd and another good day.
Greg Lee seemed to take a bit of a knock on Tuesday night. Is he going to be okay?
Yeah, Greg hobbled about for 5 minutes. And then thought he was okay to play on, but you know, he hobbled about, and you know, credit to him, he wants to play on, but he's iced his leg. He's had it before. Just twisted his knee as he landed, you know, and he wasn't able to continue. You know, he thinks he could have done it at the time, but after, when he came off, he realised, yeah, I couldn't have continued. But we're hoping it's short term. You know, he's just twisted his knee as he landed. We're hoping that he'll be okay for Saturday. It'll probably be a late call.
Any other concerns injury wise? Illness wise?
That's on a sort of hourly basis with the COVID testing. At the minute, no, we're all okay. We're hoping we get through it. We'll give the boys a recovery day today, and then we'll be ready to go again Friday, preparing for Wycombe.